What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So earlier I did a live stream while we saw the crypto markets start to recover. And even during that process and since then, we've seen it recover a little bit more and things are starting to look maybe a little bit back to normal, but still not up to where we were, right? Before this entire crash thing happened, before the Ethereum ETF launch and making that open to the public so that people can buy it and do whatever they want with it, you saw the crypto market somewhere around a $2.4 trillion market cap, which is $400 billion more than where we are right now. And even at the lowest point, which was like a $1.78 trillion market cap, it's a significant difference from where we were at kind of that high point. And I did want to go over the reasons as to why we did see that happen, as well as talk about why this was such a larger impact. And it's because of what you see in the title. This is the most volume that we've seen since 2021. In 24-hour period, it's the most volume that we've seen, which is absolutely insane to know that that much volume came through this process of um, of selling, right? So, guys, before we get into this, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter and follow me on Patreon, those links are down there in the description. Also, if you guys want to get started trading on Margex, which is honestly a way to where you can take a little bit of money and generate definitely a decent amount of money as you are leverage trading, developing your strategy. There have been so many people in my chats and my live streams that said, look, this is benefiting me in such a big way. I was able to make so much money, and I'm usually not good at ever, trading, but doing this short term, long term, it seems to be working out for them. Now, everybody's different. You have to find your best strategy that works for you so that you make more money than you lose. Obviously, this last couple of days, or this last, well, I guess few days, have been very difficult for leverage traders. Long-term leverage traders, short-term leverage traders, I mean, it's about the short term. You get in, you get out. Long term, you're looking to hold for a long period of time, and obviously that hit hard. But Margex is honestly a really good platform, low fees. They have availability for a lot of different projects, a lot of different cryptocurrency projects. And you can buy meme coins, utility coins, all of those different things. So feel free to check it out. That link will be down there in the description. And here's just a taste of what's going on, especially while we're at the lows. You have an easy chart, easy to understand chart, easy to digest. And then obviously you see all the things that are green right now. Obviously they were at the low, so when they were at the low, we're now seeing that bounce back and push for a lot of these positions. So feel free to check out that. It'll be at the top of the description. Anyways, the overall market currently is up by about 4.26% in the last 24 hours. If we look at the rolling 24 hours, that's what it is. But as we were in the morning, I think we were up by like 8%, 10%. And obviously, as it moves, it keeps looking like it's seeing an increase. But we're now sitting at a $2.01 trillion market cap instead of the $1.78 trillion market cap. Also, Bitcoin's dominance is decreasing. It's steadily decreasing. Yesterday, it did increase the beginning of the day, but then decreased as we got towards the later half of the day. But we're sitting at about 55.84 percent there, and it's down about 0.12%. So Bitcoin's dominance decreasing is great for altcoin season to officially get started. If we look at Bitcoin, it's up by 4.54%. Ethereum's up by 2.9%. You're seeing BNB that's up by about 4.7%. Solana up by 10.4%. XRP is up by 5%. Dogecoin 2%, 5% for Cardano, 7% for Avalanche, 2% for Shiba Inu, 7% for Polkadot, 8% for Chainlink, and a lot of others, a ton of others that are green, right? Caspa's back up 9% or so. And again, the market just looks really healthy. Obviously, it's not as healthy as it was days ago or maybe like a week ago, where it was at a $2.4 trillion market cap. But maybe it is, right? Maybe if we look at it and it's cleansed in a way, it may be at a healthier spot than where it was at a little bit of a higher point than where we were. The problem that I noticed with that was the fact that it was already at a low price to begin with. You know, seeing not super low, but seeing Ethereum go from 4,500 or 4,200 down to 34, it's like that's a significant difference from that point. So you know that has dropped a little bit. If it's going to stair step up, then you would want to see that hit, 34, maybe 3,000, and then, break out from there. Same thing goes for AVAX, right? AVAX was up to $60, decreased down to about 30, actually down to 22. And I was like, okay, this makes sense. It increased from 22 up to about 32 again. And then all of a sudden, things started to fall off and it just kept diving. Now, the reason to those dives was actually a liquidation trade. If you don't know what that is, it's basically like when you see somebody sell something, a large holder sell something. They sell it, it goes down to a certain level, and when it gets down to that certain level, it hits a boatload of liquidation points. Or just one large liquidation point. We obviously don't have the data as to exactly what started the train, but you hit that liquidation point, and then once you do, that's a boatload of selling that's going on, automatic selling that's going on. And that can create a ton of fear, which can bring a lot of retail investors to now decide to sell their position because they're scared, right? The market was at a 29% or 29 fear index. Fear to greed index was at 29. So it was definitely more towards the fear, and you're creating that fear. And then when you create that fear, you create more liquidations, which create more fear and create more liquidations until you get to a point where people are like, this is low enough to where I'm going to buy a boatload of this. And then it reverses the whole situation. But honestly, a liquidation train can continue, until you hit a super low point. We've seen it happen. And typically, in like the stock market, when you have like trading that's going on, margin trading, you're not going to see a ton of those points being hit, because as soon as you get to a certain level, the stock market shuts off, right? You're not allowed to trade, you're not allowed to do anything, and they're just going to kind of readjust and kind of bring it in on another day. If we see the same thing, then they shut it off after 7%. But for the crypto market, you're not going to see that. You have no shut off. You have no automatic shut off. It just goes and goes and goes. So it was definitely a liquidation train, and me firsthand being in leverage trading, I see it firsthand. But with that being said, eventually you do have a level to where it is going to bounce. So finding those low levels and finding that something else got to a low level, maybe it was XRP, maybe it was Jasmine Coin or whatever, you see all that movement. And what's crazy, like you see here, $1 billion in liquidations as Bitcoin nosedives and Ether slumps most since 2021. And you know what else happened since most of 2021? If we look at the volume, right? If we go into volume here and click on this, it'll show us a lot of different detail. It's going to show us the volume. The volume in 2021 was $300 billion. Even as we see this pick up to certain levels, we're still not seeing that much money. But what do we see is $200 billion. $200 billion that does happen in the last day, right? This ends up picking up to 200. I believe it's like 202 that it got up to. It won't show it. It won't update exactly what that volume number was, but it was up to 200 plus. It was above here, up to a 200 plus billion dollars, approaching the $300 billion mark. It's ridiculous in how much volume we saw for this. It's amazing, one, to see that much volume, but to see it on a day like that, to where you're seeing a ton of fear and you're seeing a ton of liquidations, like as to why that truly is happening. As to why we're seeing this major amount of negativity. It's because of the volume, But I want to know what you guys think about this, right? Are we going to see liquidation trains happen more often than not? Because the crypto market doesn't have a shut off. The crypto market just continues to go. So as we get up to a high point and we see the highest prices that we could see, does that mean that we now see the ability to have multiple liquidations that can go through in this market to continue to reset the market at higher levels, at more aggressive levels. I want to know what your opinion is. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. And also, make sure you check out some of the links down below for Patreon, for Twitter, for Margex if you guys want to. But I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.